Hey, downtown Julie Brown with you. Yes, the aerial view of Houston, Texas from the MTV Blimp, but not me. No way. I'm not getting up there. I'm on solid ground outside the summit here in Houston, Texas. Last night I gave you a little tease on Street Party about the Madonna madness down here, but tonight I'm going to give you the real thing. MTV presents to you Madonna, the Blonde Ambition Tour, brought to us here in Houston, Texas by Pace Productions, Mike McGee and Louis Messina, and we have got the Ace Award-winning rockumentary to show you before we get down with all the Madonna hype here. So why don't we roll it, guys? Strike a pose.
She's fabulous.
She's excellent.
She's gorgeous. It's all right.
I think she's outrageous.
She's really awesome.
She's cool.
I love her. She's the best.
Yo, she is bad. I decided to name my daughter after her.
She's a great star, and she's a great singer, and I love her.
Marilyn Monroe, look out, because here's Madonna.
I made my first trip to New York City, my first plane ride, my first cab ride, and I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know it's Seoul, and I asked the taxi cab driver to drop me off in the middle of everything. So he dropped me off in Times Square. Anyway, I was completely awestruck, and 10 years later, I'm standing in the middle of Times Square looking at all you people. And I'm completely awestruck.
Strike a pose.
I don't think that I'm using sex to sell myself.
What does boy toy mean to you?
What do you think it means?
Oh, I'm a Midwestern girl in a bustier.
I'm not a practicing Catholic.
You converted me. I know what it is to be bad. I've been bad.
It's the way I am. It's the way I've always been.
I am me, a person, and not just something.
I am a movie star.
If everyone underestimates you, you keep giving them little surprises.
I want to conquer the world.
Look around, everywhere you turn is heartache.
Through her trend-setting music, dancing, videos, fashions, movies, Broadway appearances, involvement with charitable causes, and a much-publicized marriage to Sean Penn, Madonna has been in the public eye continuously since 1983. But the most often asked question is, just who is that girl? At first, no one really knew the material girl. But now, Madonna herself has offered a glimpse behind the glitz with the introspective work of her Like a Prayer album, as poignantly illustrated in Oh Father.
A lot of stuff in the story is drawn from my life. I grew up in Michigan. I come from a really big family, and I went to Catholic schools most of my education life.
Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone was born August 16, 1958, in Rochester, Michigan. When Madonna was 6, her mother died of cancer, leaving Madonna's father, Silvio, to raise and care for a family of 6. Two important aspects of their upbringing were religion and music.
Everyone in the family studied a musical instrument. My father was really big on that. Somehow, I only took about 1.5 years of piano lessons, and I convinced my father to let me take dancing lessons instead.
Funny that way, you can get used to the tears and the pain.
But there was always music in our house, either practicing or records or the radio or someone singing in the bathtub or noise.
Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test.
My nickname in my family was the Mouth.
Okay, wait a minute. Excuse me. I'm gonna say something.
I love you too. Shut up for a second.
Spotlight is on me now.
Shut up for a second, okay?
When you're from a big family, everybody's really competitive with each other. So aside from just screaming really loud and doing things that got me attention, like, you know, we would all get in various kinds of trouble to get my father's attention and then be punished accordingly.
Strict family?
Well, just ask me if I could do one thing, and I'll probably say no.
Oh, you come to me and I'll play your father.
Okay.
And you come in and say something.
Okay, Dad, I want to know if I can go to the movies with my friend this Friday.
What's his name?
No, just say, it doesn't even get that far, just say no.
No, you can't go.
I think that his strictness taught me a certain amount of discipline that has helped me in my life and in my career, and also made me work harder for things. I wouldn't have turned out the way I was if I didn't have all those old-fashioned values to rebel against, so.
Yeah.
After high school, Madonna spent a semester at the University of Michigan on a performance scholarship. But her rebellious nature led her eastward to New York City.
I went to New York, I had a dream. I wanted to be a big star. I didn't know anybody. I wanted to dance, I wanted to sing, I wanted to make people happy, I wanted to be famous. I worked really hard and my dream came true.
Actually, it wasn't quite that simple. Madonna spent 3 years in the Big Apple, basically living hand to mouth, working odd jobs, studying as a member of the prestigious Pearl Lang and Alvin Ailey dance companies, and making herself known in the trendy downtown clubs.
When I first came to New York, I was a dancer, and a French record label offered me a recording contract, and I had to go to Paris to do it. So I went there, and that's how I really got in the music business, but I didn't like what I was doing when I got there, so I left, and I never did a record there.
When she returned to the States, she played drums in clubs on the Lower East Side with a group called the Breakfast Club.
So then I'm playing drums, and we're getting gigs in certain downtown clubs like CBGB's and the Mud Club and Max's Kansas City and everything. And I'm starting to write music for the band too, like some songs, but they already had 2 singers in the band, so they would never let me get up and sing a song because what's the point? One day, I finally convinced them, I'll just play guitar and sing one song, please, 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 and they finally said okay. So then I got up to sing one song and the other guy went back to play the drums. And like I got a standing ovation.
Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing.
I befriended one DJ in particular, and he worked at a club called Danceteria, which was one of my favorite clubs. I mean, I was carrying his tape around with me everywhere to every club, waiting for the moment to pop it on somebody. So I said, would you play it? I said, would you play it? And he said, well, I can't play it in the middle of the night. I mean, I haven't heard it. What if it's terrible? What if everybody stops dancing? And I said, all right, well, you listen to it, take it home with you tonight and listen to it, and I'll come back here tomorrow.
Needless to say, the DJ liked what he heard. So did the crowd at Danceteria, and so did executives at Sire Records, who signed Madonna and released Everybody as a single. It quickly became a dance club hit. Burning Up was the follow-up single, and its success prompted the release of an album in the summer of 1983, titled simply Madonna. At the age of 25, only 6 months into her recording career, with a hit album and her first pop hit Holiday climbing the charts, Madonna had revitalized the dance music scene.
Well, to start off with, a lot of people thought that I was a black artist before they saw my videos, because a lot of my music is more R&B oriented.
Next, Madonna moved on to the challenging task of producing her first videos. Madonna Mania was right around the corner.
Singles out before anybody really knew who I was because I didn't have a video. And the first video I ever did was to Borderline, which was by then my like 3rd or 4th single. So my album was doing fairly well without anybody being really aware of what my image was at all. And so I did my first video to Borderline, and then suddenly I had that crossover that I'd been waiting for so long, because people could see who I was, they could put a face together with a song.
As 1984 opened, the Madonna album remained at the top of the charts, producing even more hit singles. By summer, Madonna had begun work on her anxiously awaited 2nd album.
I just finished recording an album with Nile Rodgers, and I hoped to put it out in October, but they're still playing stuff off my last album, which I can't complain, but I'm really anxious to get the new stuff out.
And the title of the new album?
Like a Virgin.
Anything else?
No comment from the Peanut Gallery.
You made me feel. Yeah, you made me feel. I've nothing to hide.
Madonna's very first performance of Like a Virgin on the 1984 MTV Video Music Awards cinched her status as pop superstar. The album debuted in November, and by Christmas, sales were going through the roof.
she's fantastic. I knew she'd be a star.
She could be great. She could be a major star.
She is a star, George.
The biggest star in the universe right now as we speak.
Okay, here we go, and we're rolling. And action.
I was really excited about it because, to me, it was like making little movies, and I've always been excited about that. So it was like confining it to the 3 minutes of length of a song.
For movie fan Madonna, the prospect of making those little movies was a dream come true, and she lost no time making the transition from small screen to large.
My part in the movie is actually someone like myself, a singer in a club. So all my action takes place in a club, singing and dealing with the audience.
Vision Quest spawned the #1 single, Crazy for You, and was followed by another film which increased Madonna's exposure even further.
The movie I'm working on is called Desperately Seeking Susan. It's directed by Susan Seidelman, who did a movie called Smithereens, and I play Susan.
Although Madonna was originally just a supporting player, the timing of the release of the film gave her a star billing.
I've seen them together.
You saw Roberta with another man? Who?
Looks like a real greaseball to me.
Acting is just, it's just another kind of performing. It's an expression, it's being honest with your audience, stuff like that. So to me, it's just an extension of what I do already, making videos and performing on stage.
With 2 movies, 2 albums, and 4 top 10 records to her credit, in the spring of 1985, Madonna launched the Like a Virgin Tour. 38 performances in 27 U.S. cities sold out to 355,000 screaming fans. New York's Radio City Music Hall sold out in 34 minutes. The Material Girl was big business, and she had a look all her own.
Are you the designer of your look, your hairstyle, the clothing?
Oh, yeah. Do you think someone else could come up with this?
But she wasn't unique for long. So-called Madonna wannabes were born, all wanting to emulate their idol.
When you wear Madonna clothes, everybody looks at you, right? Look at that girl.
It's the only one that we can look up to nowadays.
You can wear all this in the street nowadays. It's fun.
It helps you to be yourself, you know?
I say it's more myself. Like, this is the way I am.
Madonna Land opened at Macy's in New York, selling such items as skirts, shirts, gloves, jewelry, and posters. But Madonna was one step ahead of the copycats. She changed her look, the first of many changes which would become her trademark.
If I ran away, I'd never have the strength to go very far.
And there was something new on the horizon. Madonna was in love. The media went crazy over the romance between Madonna and actor Sean Penn, star of films such as Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Bad Boys. The two were inseparable. Madonna composed Live to Tell for Sean's film At Close Range. And then there were the pictures. In her early New York days, Madonna had done some modeling to make ends meet. Now that she was a superstar, some of her nudes surfaced just where you'd expect them to. But just 3 days after publication of the photos, Madonna responded to the controversy in her own unique fashion.
I'm sympathizing with you by keeping my coat on, okay? So don't feel bad. No, I ain't taking off today. You might hold it against me 10 years from now.
In August, Sean and Madonna were married in what was to be a private ceremony. But once again, the press was there, this time in helicopters. And once again, Madonna had something to say.
Sean and I took out this full-page ad in the LA Times. Apparently nobody saw it because we were expecting 20,000 people and only 28 showed up. There I am, the blushing bride, and here's my family. That's my Uncle Guido, my cousin Giuseppe, that's Grandma Ciccone, that's Aunt Jeannie and Uncle Nick. That's Sean's family. It's really beautiful, and I think that everybody had a great time. until the press got there. We tried to ignore them, but as you can see, they were very close. We tried to save the cake, but no such luck. But I couldn't ignore the helicopters any longer.
The duo teamed up to do a feature, Shanghai Surprise.
What made you decide to stay?
I never got your first name.
Gloria.
The film's lackluster box office performance was more than made up for by the overwhelming success of Madonna's next album, True Blue. The differences between the new album and Madonna's two previous LPs were apparent. Clearly, her range had broadened, her work matured. The new songs were thought-provoking and what had become her other trademark, controversial. Papa Don't Preach, dealing with the sensitive topics of teenage pregnancy and abortion, touched off a storm of protest, debates over the meaning of the song, and parody.
I have to listen to the criticism that I get when they're dealing with my work, and it's beneficial.
Despite the controversy, by May of 1987, True Blue was the #1 album in 28 countries, an unprecedented achievement. The album spawned 4 top 10 hits, including 3 #1 singles. In May of 1987, Madonna delivered a 1-2-3 punch with the simultaneous release of the movie, album, and world tour of Who's That Girl? By now, the center of a media hurricane, Madonna really had conquered the world. The year ended with the release of the You Can Dance album, a compilation of new dance mixes of Madonna's previous hits. In 1988, Madonna took a break from music to concentrate on her acting, making her stage debut on Broadway in David Mamet's Speed the Plow.
I know what it is to be lost. I know you're lost.
While critics seemed to like the play, they gave mixed reviews to Madonna, who had her own words to describe the experience.
It felt like really good sex.
Finally, career separations and constant pressures from the media took their toll on the marriage. Amid a flurry of conflicting reports, Madonna filed for divorce in January of 1989. Just 2 months later, Madonna was embroiled in yet another controversy. This one over the video produced for her song, Like a Prayer.
Definitely too much of a big deal is being made about it. That if I heard about, my God, it's blasphemous.
If we believe the freedom of speech and expression, let it just go. I mean, everybody expresses things differently.
No, I'm not personally morally offended. It's just that it's a little extreme.
It's just a lot of hype.
For Christians, there are things that are much more important. I mean, I hope that people don't get up in arms about this when people are hungry, people are homeless.
But to some, Like a Prayer was a big deal. The Pepsi-Cola company had signed Madonna to an unprecedented multi-million-dollar contract, including a full tour and worldwide ad campaign to premiere the video. But Madonna's use of religious symbols and racial overtones made the whole thing too hot to handle.
They just said they didn't like it. And a couple of people were threatening to boycott the bottling companies in the South. Well, I think they were really afraid that this whole thing was gonna blow up, and they didn't want to do anything to harm Pepsi.
I think that the video has a very positive message. It was about overcoming racism and overcoming the fear of telling the truth, of getting, so many people witness crimes and they're afraid to get involved. I believe in God. I believe that everything you do comes back to you. I believe in the innate goodness of people and the importance of that.
To that end, Madonna puts in a full schedule, offering her time supporting causes she feels are worthy.
But there's one thing that we're all born with, and that is freedom. We are all free citizens.
Every hour, 1 to 6 animal species is destroyed, gone forever. At this rate, the entire rainforest will be gone in 50 years, forever.
I don't think any of us want people years from now looking back at the 1980s, wondering why we didn't do more to help children in America who are homeless or abused. There's a lot of terrible things happening in the world today, and there's a lot of people that need our help, and there's a lot of environmental issues that need to be dealt with. But in terms of, AIDS, I've just known so many people that have died of AIDS, and it's such a serious problem.
AIDS is a powerful and mysterious disease that continues to elude us, but we are more powerful because we can stop it from spreading any further by educating ourselves and finding out the facts.
Ever notice that?
Entering the 90s, Madonna joined Warren Beatty for the big screen version of Dick Tracy.
Aren't you gonna frisk me?
This movie looks like nothing anyone's ever seen.
I was beginning to wonder what a girl had to do to get arrested.
Madonna's off-screen relationship with Beatty has been grist for the gossip mill.
Are you gonna make a move? Do I have to do everything?
I'm on duty.
But just what is going on?
Well, I just really can't comment on that.
Dick Tracy inspired Madonna's album, I'm Breathless.
Some of the songs are in the movie, the rest are just inspired by the movie itself, the period aspect, the cartoon aspect, the gangsters, the characters, and who I was in the movie.
One early release from the album helped revive interest in the short-lived dance craze, voguing.
I think it has a lot of humor to it, too. I mean, it's just so sort of arrogant and there and presentational, you know what I mean, self-conscious in a way, and I think it's hilarious.
Ready, 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 ready. You got the motion.
And on top of everything else, there's Madonna's 1990 world tour, entitled appropriately enough, Blonde Ambition. So perhaps Madonna has conquered the world. What else could she possibly want?
I want more! Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test.
Have I found love again? Yes, many times. I'm the loser in the family.
Now that I'm successful, I have a million more things to worry about. If I do something and there's 100 people in the room and 99 people say they liked it, I only remember the one person who didn't like it.
And they compare you to Marilyn Monroe occasionally.
Yeah, but that's just because we have the same hair color.
I know the moral majority is up in arms against me. I think that people who really understand what I'm doing are offended by it.
I flirt with everybody, though. I mean, I flirt with grandmothers and garbage men and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My father doesn't call me and say, hey, I just saw your video on MTV. I mean, he never does that. He just kind of tries to treat me like all my brothers and sisters.
Madonna, I think it's time we get going here.
Get going where, Dad?
We gotta go. We got some homework to do and things to do.
Dad, I graduated from high school. Hi, I'm Madonna.
Kelly Brown with you outside the summit here in Houston, Texas. And I got to tell you something, Kurt Loder and I had so much fun bringing you the Janet Jackson live show that we've decided to do it again for Madonna. So when I got Kurt Loder to do a couple of Janet Jackson steps, I thought it was only fair that I make him Vogue for you. So you've got that to look forward to tonight, plus lots of Madonna coverage. We'll go inside, we'll show you bits of the show, and also we'll show you what's happening outside. I'm going to be outside with the people, because I want to see what's happening with the fans, okay? So, are you excited to see Madonna tonight?
I'm excited. I can't wait.
They love her, they love her, love her. We've got more music coming your way right after this. Come back and join us for Madonna Mania.
Strike a pose.
Outside the summit here in Houston, Texas. Darling, what's what's your name?
Christy Kalishak.
Christy, what are you most looking forward to tonight?
To sing Madonna.
Okay then, well that's why we're all here. We got all the action for you. Kurt Loder and I are going to be inside live. 9 p.m. we'll bring you all the coverage inside. Also, we're going to take a look back at the wannabe craze from the year 1985. Remember when Madonna had a little pot belly and a belly button? Well, that's what we're going to take a look at. But right now we're going to take a little break, and then we've got more voguing. What do you say? Let's go. Hey, downtown, Julie Brown with you. Here we are outside the summit in Houston, Texas, where people now are starting to gather around and get excited about Madonna Mania here. And of course, we're going to show you some Madonna lookalikes, and I have one with me right here, as you can see. So you've got front row seats, haven't you?
Yeah, I do.
So do you think she's going to see you?
I hope so.
Well, I hope so too, because I know you're a dancer too, and you've memorized some voguing, haven't you?
Uh-huh.
So we're going to make sure that she strokes a pose a little bit later for us. Also, we must tell you a little bit about Madonna. Now, Madonna's looks, okay, they say if you change them once, you're very lucky to get away with it, that people like it. If you change it twice, it's a coincidence. If you change it 3 times, you're remarkable. Well, as you know, Madonna has changed her style, her look. She has a different look for every album and every video. She's changed it maybe 6 or 7 times. So it's bloody remarkable, if you ask me. Well, we're going to take a look back at the first wannabe craze from 1985, and then we'll bring you forward and have a look at the Madonna wannabes of 1990. Here it is from the Like a Virgin tour.
And you can dance for inspiration.
In Midtown Manhattan, hundreds of Madonna wannabes packed into the Madonna Land shop at Macy's department store for a Madonna look-alike contest.
Madonna, at this point, I think represents all of the young fashions in our country. And by looking around Macy's and seeing all the would-be Madonna lookalikes, it certainly proves the point.
It's the only one that we can look up to nowadays. She doesn't condemn femininity.
And you wear Madonna clothes, everybody looks at you, right?
Everybody stares and says, look at that girl over there.
She's pretty and I like her.
Over 100 lookalikes strutted their stuff for a panel of celebrity judges, and the winner was 16-year-old Jean Ann DeFranco of Queens, New York.
It's a nice style. It's different. Nobody else does it, you know. It's by itself.
From Macy's, the Madonna wannabes joined further lookalikes at Radio City Music Hall for Madonna's sold-out show. There, one Madonna-ette explained the lookalike phenomenon.
Because it's fun and I love attention. I just eat it up and it's fun, you know. I can have my own identity at other times, but you know, what the heck. Live it up while you can.
Finally, Madonna Mania hit a fever pitch as the real Madonna hit the stage.
Well, as usual, you know Madonna is always dressed up. As you can see here, we are taking a shot inside, and people are just starting to make their way to the seats. Technotronics opening up, and Madonna live. That's exactly what's happening. Okay, what have we got? We're going to take you back now to, well, actually not back. It's the 4th of 7 #1 singles of Madonna. It's from a True Blue LP. And I've got Heather here, who definitely wins in my book, the Madonna lookalike for 1990, especially on the Blonde Ambition tour. So what song are we going to play, Heather?
Open Your Heart.
Yeah! Roll it. Julie Brown with you. Well, as you can see, the crowd's getting a little bit quiet here because people are starting to move inside. But in about an hour, Kurt Loder and I will be inside the summit, Houston, Texas, for the Blonde Ambition tour. We'll be posing, voguing, and doing the wild thing. Maybe I could even get Kurt to wear one of my bras. You never know, okay? Because when Madonna does it to her guys, then it becomes fashionable. So Kurt's just going to have to become trendy, isn't he? Okay, what have we got coming your way? We have got lots of things. Remember when we did a little competition on MTV, the True Blue, Make My Video? Well, we did a little voguing contest, and we have a couple of guys that are just 2 of 10 finalists of the Strike a Vogue contest. Okay, so we'll be talking to them a little bit after the break. And oh, hello, darling.
How you doing?
Can you Vogue?
Vote? Yeah, come on.
Can you Vogue? Do a Vogue.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
See, everybody's doing it. We'll be back after the break. Okay, strike a pose. Oh, come on, you're the star of the video. Here I am standing with Richard and Andy, and these two guys are just one of 10 finalists that have made it to our Vogue contest that we've been doing. You were the director of the video, right, Andy?
Yes, I directed.
So what did you do? Did you try and make it different, or just the same? Did you just copy Madonna?
There were certain parts that we kind of, borrowed from. We tried not to, though. We tried to be as original as possible, but mainly just got my stars out there, and they did a little voguing and walked around the city, and we had a lot of fun with it.
All right then. Well, most people that sort of enter the competitions, a lot of them tend to look like Madonna, and you look nothing like her. But you are the star of the video, right? So what made you want to get up and be a star in the Vogue field?
I was for free, so.
You
didn't have
were
to
for
pay me
free.
anything. And I had a lot of fun, though. It's basically a lot of creativity we did. And,
So can you Vogue, Rich? Really? Can you really Vogue?
for you, I'll do anything.
Okay then, start doing it. Well,
That's my
I tell
kind
you
of
what,
voguing.
he's a little bit shy right now, but he wasn't shy when he did this.
Strike a pose. Strike a pose.
Yo, man, what's the deal? Are we gonna get ready and go out or what? What's the deal?
I don't feel like going out. It's that girl situation.
Oh, man, what's your problem with girls? Come on. Look. You learn how to Vogue dance? You learn how to Vogue dance? We will go. Look, just like on the TV, Madonna. Look at those guys. They learn how, I can do it, see? You learn how to do that? Girls, okay?
Hollywood.
What's wrong with that? We can do that.
It doesn't work. You need cameras and all that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up and get dressed, and I'm gonna leave. I'm going.
All right, man, fine.
Okay, have a good time by yourself.
where you find it. Beauty's where you find it. Greta Garbo and Monroe, Dietrich and DiMaggio, Marlon Brando, Jimmy Dean, on the cover of a magazine. Grace Kelly, Harlow Jean, picture of a beauty queen. Jean Kelly, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, dance on air. They had style, they had grace. Rita Hayworth gave good face. Lauren Catherine Manitou, Betty Davis, we love you. Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. Vogue.
That's right, we're live from Houston, Texas. Here we are inside. Well, actually, I'm outside, but that was inside. People are starting to come in, getting ready to Vogue. Yes, Kurt Loder and I are going to be bringing you all the live coverage. We'll be going inside very, very soon. But right now, the action outside. Here I am standing with two deliciously dressed people. We're having a Vogue contest, a video contest. You guys didn't enter that, did you?
No, ma'am.
Well, you definitely should have. What's your name?
Vance Wilburn.
Vance and?
Michael Reaper.
Michael, and what sort of tickets have you got tonight? Do you think she'll see you?
I hope so.
Do you think she'll see you?
Well, I've kind of pulled some strings, so hopefully she will.
Okay, can you Vogue, guys?
Yes.
I bet you don't Vogue in any cowboy bars down here in Houston, Texas, do you? Definitely not. I tell you what, we'll be back. We're going to be inside shortly with Kurt Loder and myself, and hopefully some stunning-looking Madonna lookalikes. Strike a pose. Here we go. Yes, Madonna Mania. I'm outside the summit here in Houston, Texas, where Madonna is on the second night of her Houston tour. And what are we going to do? Well, we're going to go inside. I know Kurt Loder is in there sweating up a storm, but he smells so good. But I know he's like working on his voguing. All right, so we're going to go inside and bring you all the coverage from inside. As you can see, people are still outside waiting to get in. Signs, Madonna. Totally Vogue, made by this lovely young lady right here.
Hi.
What's your name, darling?
Sandy.
Sandy, they won't let you take it in, will they, Sand?
No, they won't.
All right, then. Well, we're going to look after it for you.
Thanks.
But never mind, she'll see you anyway. You're all in white. You look beautiful. You want a Vogue? Then come back, because MTV presents Madonna, the Blonde Ambition Tour. And we'll be back after this.
Strike a pose.
Baby, I'm going to leave you from MTV's Unplugged show, and if you want to see the whole show, you'll be able to see it again tomorrow. What time?
11 p.m.
There you go. They know all the stuff here. But why are you here?
See Madonna.
All right, that's why we're all here, actually. And here I have a real, true fedora hat. And I've got this beautiful young lady next to me. Seeing that I've got so much hair and it won't fit me, I just thought that you could put that on so that we can get into character here. Because what I'm going to do, Dick Tracy, it opens June 15th, the soundtrack, I'm Breathless, music from and inspired by the film Dick Tracy, actually goes on sale May 22nd. So Madonna plays Breathless Mahoney, all right? And you'll be able to see just what I mean, how breathless she is in this little clip we're going to show you right now.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, this is it, the summit. 16,000 plus people are crowding in here. This is the second night of a sold-out two-night stand by Madonna. We're going to be seeing a lot of Madonna on stage here. It's going to be quite a night. We're about half an hour away from the opening act, Technotronic taking the stage. I'm Kurt Loder. Miss Julie Brown is here with me.
Julie Brown, you're so informative, Kurt. All I know how to do is Vogue.
And she'll be voguing a little more too. This is
And
quite
you
a
will
night,
as
I
well.
think.
It's great. D-Mob, Pump Up the Jam, I mean, Technotronics. Last night they were really excited about how the crowd really took to them, you know, the Madonna crowd. So
This show has already created quite a furor here in Houston. A lot of people are taking exception to some of the religious elements, some of the sexual elements in the show. It's not quite like anything you've ever seen before.
I think it's quite nice, actually.
Julie likes it. Who knows why?
But you like the sex elements, I know you do, because it's different. The thing about them now is that she's changed them around. Instead of, she's not made it new sexy, she's taken her old songs and just grown them up a bit. That's what I think anyway. Like a Virgin is really grown up, isn't it?
You've got to see this stuff. You will be seeing some of it. We're going to be bringing you Madonna live. She's a little ways away. Until then, I think we'll look at some videos, won't we?
We certainly will. The people out here are sort of like all coming in. They've got French fries, chips. How you all feeling? You getting ready for tonight? Strike a pose. Strike a pose, baby.
I am striking a pose.
Okay, Technotronics coming on very, very soon, and more Madonna madness with myself and Kurt Vogue Loader. Okay, there you go. The lights are down, which can only mean one thing, right?
Technotronic is coming on stage.
Pump up the jam.
It'll be great.
That's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
So what are we going to be doing while we're here?
Well, right now we're going to take a look at the opening night last night. This is the beginning, of course, of a 2-month, 12-city U.S. tour for Madonna. There they are. This is great. And we were here last night, of course. It was quite a show. I don't think anyone's ever seen a show quite like this. There are a lot of political, a lot of sexual elements in it. We've done a recap of it, and we're going to show it to you right now.
It's Ron Parker, and if Madonna stops by 93Q before 6 o'clock tonight, she'll get $25,000 for her favorite charity.
As the city lucky enough to be the first stop on Madonna's U.S. tour, how is Houston preparing for opening night? Well, at 2 local radio stations, generous offers were being made.
We're just like a half a block away, just 1,000 feet away from the summit. So come on up to the 20th floor, Madonna, please. $25,000, your favorite charity. What a deal.
She never did show up, but that did nothing to dampen Houston's excitement. And not only is Houston psyched to be hosting the first night of the Blonde Ambition Tour, for the last couple of days, there's been an unofficial Madonna watch going on in this town. Even in downtown Houston right behind me, they are on the lookout for her. What does she eat for breakfast? According to the Houston Chronicle, rice cakes with honey. Where was she spotted jogging? Memorial Park in day-glow shorts, says the Post, which also dutifully tells us she passed up a shopping trip to the Hermes boutique. But only one Madonna sighting really mattered, the one that happened when she took the stage at the summit. Those who'd heard advance reports from Japan knew what to expect. Madonna's most theatrical show yet, made up of scenes that are part pop concert and part Broadway musical.
It's a piece where we don't have to stop, you know, at the end of every number and, like, people applaud. I mean, we could really do the show without audience interaction, which a lot of concerts rely on.
And if you thought Madonna wannabes were a thing of the past, think again.
Well, I've liked her for 7 years, and I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I just liked her, and ever since then I've tried to look like her.
That's how I always dress. Madonna's my idol, her and Marilyn.
It's doubtful most of them could afford to truly recreate Madonna's current look, though, as the entire show is costumed by outrageous and outrageously expensive French designer Jean-Paul Gaultier.
We collaborated on anything. I mean, I actually sent him drawings originally about what I wanted, which were the first... I mean, a lot of the costumes were, like, inspired by my stick drawings. And then he kind of elaborated and threw his stuff in.
If the costumes shock, even more so the onstage antics. From humping a bed to writhing around in church to a call for condom use, the Blonde Ambition Tour is designed to fly in the face of would-be censors. But as with everything she does, Madonna delivers the message with a smile.
Hey, Madonna kicking off her North American tour last night in Houston.
I got to say to you, Kurt, that was a fantastic interview you did with Madonna.
Thank you, Joy.
You're very, very welcome. In the background, they're pumping it up, right?
Technotronic behind us going wild. The opening act on this tour, all going all over the States for the next 2 months. You can catch it. It's coming soon to a town near you. What are we doing now?
Well, I think we'd better take a short break because we're going to pump up the jam a little bit.
Okay.
All right, then.
That usually means a commercial, right?
All right, then.
Here it comes.
Say go techno, go techno, go! Come on, say go techno, go techno, check this out. Yo, check this. This is Sean. Get into the hot stuff. Let me pour a little salt.
Now, getting down with Technotronics. They are turning the Summit, Houston, Texas out. That's what they're doing right now. Turning it out, pumping up the jam and doing all that good stuff. Well, listen, we're going to be bringing you lots of Madonna coverage, talking about the movie and what she's up to right now. But I do want to talk a little bit about the fashion. The fashions were brought to you by Jean-Paul Gaultier. And the great thing about it is Madonna always looks great. But this time they've taken time to dress the whole show up. All her dancers, band, everybody are dressed in Jean-Paul Gaultier, which makes one hell of a good-looking show. Well, there's a little bit of controversy bits in it where the guys wear bras, you know, the big ones like she has in her video. Well, she didn't want to wear it, so she made the guys wear it. So there you go. Guys now wearing bras. Will we see it in the clubs? I don't know. But one thing you will be seeing a lot of people voguing. But right now, remember Madonna when she did Dress You Up? Live version of Madonna Dress You Up. Take a look at it, and we'll be back with more Madonna Madness right here at the Summit, Houston, Texas. Go, Technotronics, turn it out. Yow! There you go. That was Madonna Dress You Up, the number 5 song in 1985. Well, the young lady has had 18 consecutive top 10 singles, more than any other woman in music. And her goal as a child was to rule the world, and that's exactly what she's doing. Madonna Mania finally hitting stateside here at the Summit, Houston, Texas, on her second night on American soil. She's turning it out. Right now, Technotronics turning it out with Pump Up the Jam. We're going to be bringing you more live Madonna coverage. We're going to be going all the way until 12 o'clock tonight. So myself, Kurt, and you, strike a pose. We'll be back after this.
Strike a pose.
Hey, downtown Judy Brown with you backstage at the Summit here in Houston, Texas for Madonna's second night, surrounded by a bunch of wonderful guys. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it, and I chose me. So here I am with Madonna's lovely dancers. We've got Slam, Lewis, Jose, Oliver, Kevin, Carlton, and Gabriel. And
Hello.
This is Gabe right here. Hi, honey.
Hi.
So, come on, everybody's seen the show now, well, because we've been running it on MTV and doing special stuff. We want to know, I know you get really close to Madonna, don't you, Gabe?
Yeah, and one of the numbers I do, yeah.
Well, the last time I saw you holding on for dear life because it was in Japan. It was pouring with rain.
Yeah.
And for one moment, I thought you were both going to go down together. Was you getting a bit frightened up there in the rain?
I was getting very frightened.
So what's it like for you guys? This is like last night. It wasn't raining. We were inside. You're on American soil. How did it go off? Because, you know, in Japan, the audience are pretty quiet, aren't they? But last night in Houston, they were rocking, right?
Yes, they were. A big change. You know, the Japanese audience is usually quite passive, but the Houston audience is really wild, and it kept us going even though the humidity was unbearable. But we went through the show, and it was great.
Well, it was really lovely to see you guys performing. And Oliver right here, your dad came to see the show, didn't he?
Yeah.
Stop, I'm not allowed to say that. Well, you know, people come to see you. Now you're in America, all your friends and everything are going to be at the shows, especially in LA. They're all going to be there. What's the highlight of the show for you guys?
Going to our hometown.
Say again?
Going to our hometown.
All right then. Well, that's the highlight for them, but the highlight for us is we're going to be bringing you some more Madonna coverage. And right now we're going to lead to Like a Virgin, and it's changed a little bit in the show. It's not this, just a bit, it's not the same old sweet little Madonna with the belly button before. You'll see what I mean. Here's Like a Virgin. There you had it, a little bit of Cherished by her video, and of course the part she does on the tour where the guys come out as mermaids is pretty different to what you've ever seen before. In the background, Technotronic opening up for Madonna, an unbelievable gig for them, this Madonna 1990 tour. 1985, Beastie Boys opened up. She always has something completely different. But this band is really tearing the summit here in Houston up. Now listen, opening up for Madonna is a pretty plush gig, and you really have to be on form. Why is that? Because Madonna is so precise about everything, even her looks. And we've got Kurt backstage to tell you all about her changes.
Thanks, Joey. I am indeed backstage here at the summit. Madonna is carrying around a whole bunch of really odd clothes this time out by the French avant-garde designer Jean-Paul Gaultier. And of course, she's got a new hairstyle. It seems to have been done by Barbara Eden also. You'll be seeing more of that later on. We have been tracking Madonna's many, many looks right from the beginning, of course. Right now, we're going to take a look back at all of them in a little package narrated by the ever-earnest Mr. Kevin Seal. Here it is.
Madonna, pop star, movie star, model, dancer, and now Broadway actress. Which one is she really?
What do you think?
The truth is, she's been 'em all. But as she changes from one role to another, one thing stays the same. Madonna is one of the most photographed women in the world. And every little change she makes in her looks makes headlines. She's been a blonde and a brunette, been sleazy and been glamorous. But each and every time, the look has been all hers.
Do you think someone else could come up with this?
That sent us to the streets of New York to ask people the burning question, which Madonna do you like best?
I like that look.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's the look right there.
That's pretty cool.
That's the look.
The Live to Tell look, definitely.
I thought the dark hair she looked better, like a virgin, because she was really hot, you know.
What's the verdict on Madonna's new look?
I think it's great. It's fabulous. It's beautiful, and she looks absolutely outrageous and beautiful.
It's different.
I prefer her hair sort of longer. I don't like it up like that.
It's like sexy, and I like the clothes that she wears and stuff like that.
She looks like a mermaid.
I think for what she's doing, it's all right.
Hey, it just looks like something she would do. Looks hot to me. Well, she's Madonna. That's just the way she got her fame, and I think she'll carry it through till her fans stop loving her.
Okay, the many, 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 many looks of Madonna. We're about 45 minutes away from Madonna taking stage here at the Summit in Houston, and we're going to be bringing her to you live, so don't go away. But first, of course, what else? A whole bunch of commercials. Stay with us, though. We'll be right back.
Okay, action inside the Summit here in Houston, Texas for Madonna's second night here. Technotronics just finished up, and basically we're just waiting for Madonna to come out here. The crowd all geared up and ready to strike a pose. Okay, what we're going to show you, in 1989, Madonna decided to come out. I mean, it took her a long time. She backed off from cameras, backed off from everything, the press, but she decided to come out and help us out at the Video Music Awards 1989. She did a live performance of Express Yourself, opening up, and also, just in case you didn't know, it's the opening night. It's the opening song of Madonna's tour, and it's a tribute to Sly and the Family Stone. And she also does a lovely cover of It's a Family Affair towards the end of the show. That's her little tribute to them. But right now, seeing that it's the opening of Madonna's show, we're going to be seeing it. The fans are going crazy. Why don't you express yourself? Hey, Downtown Julie Brown with you. Hey, guys, how's it going? I love you! Well, that's exactly what they're going to be doing when Madonna comes on. The great thing about a Madonna concert is that the crowd are really into it, and they're really, really, really nice. Well, we're going to be coming to you live from the Summit here in Houston, Texas, all the way through until midnight. And there you saw Express Yourself from the 1989 Video Music Awards, and that's the opening number here on Madonna's tour. And it's a little bit different. Also, don't forget, we will be bringing you live performance stuff from the show tonight. So we've got Madonna Madness coming to you all the way. Get ready to strike a pogue. Or is it a Vogue? We've got more coming to you after this. Rockets.
Oh my God.
excited in this section here, not only because we're here, but Madonna is going to be taking the stage very, very soon. And we're going to go backstage with Kurt Loder. Kurt, are you striking a pose?
Okay, I'm backstage here at the summit. We're waiting for Madonna to come out. I think she'll be coming right down this hallway any minute now. While we wait, though, let's take a look at one of her greatest hits. Here's Madonna with Like a Prayer.